Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan, and I was excited to see this one come in, a 26 RKS Cougar. It is a pre-owned model, but it's super late model, and I was very excited to see it, not just because it's in great shape or because it's a good floor plan, but because this model was actually just discontinued from new Cougar production. So if you've been out there trying to find or wanted to find a 26 RKS, but they don't build it anymore, give us a call. We got a last of the Mohicans over here. Previous owners used it a time or two, and as far as I can tell, just didn't have time for camping anymore for one reason or another. And I'm probably going to refer to this a couple times, but one of the cool things about Cougar trailers is they are very similar to their fifth wheels. You don't feel like there's a big major shift. Like, you still get that nice big panoramic viewing window situation. These are actually on a dimmer switch, and something I wish I would have thought to talk about. I've known about this, but if you just put a little piece of electrical tape over the dimmer switch, you'll hide the light, but it still works. You see how the lights are still flipping when I run my thumb over that. Or you can pull down the shades and totally blot out the sun if need be. That is a theater seat right there on what I call Boardwalk and Park Place, directly across from the entertainment center, where you've got the little electric space heat and Tootsie Toaster right there, giant 4K TV also. And there's a ton of storage behind that. But did you see that light kick off right there? One of the things I like about these is that motion light right by the door, and it's brilliant. It's so simple. It can be turned off, turned on, or on motion mode like this, but when you are ready to like either walk into the kitchen at night to sneak some leftovers, or if you're just walking in from outside, it hasn't been lit up in that full viewing window, which you have two of, which is kind of cool, collecting a cloud of gnats. It's just one of those things you don't have to deal with. Larger 22-inch oven and 8 cubic gas electric fridge freezer. This was made the year before the 12-volt stuff was offered. Give you a tour through the kitchen here, and we'll continue on. Big wastebasket space down there, and that's an all sealed edge counter, stainless sink. The full viewing window in here is thin shade ready. I've talked about it before. I wish that they were just built with the shades. I think that's something everybody would like, but it's not exactly hard to add one of those things. Now, as you saw, that TV can pivot around. So if you want to make it face toward the kitchen, you want to make it face toward the dining, you can do that. Or if you're just sitting here like me, that's the view direct on. I'm not having to crank my neck back and looking straight at the ceiling. I'm not looking down toward the fireplace. It's very natural. It's very comfortable. It's very organic. And you may have noticed, I mean, just storage galore, pantry tainment, extra closet space, all kinds of good stuff going on. And right there on the right-hand side, I was going to say door number 2, but considering we're talking about the bathroom, I don't know if that's the best way to introduce it. If you're picking up what I'm plopping down. Anyway, handy towel bar right behind. By the way, you may wonder when we were looking at the bathroom wall, what's that guy right there? That's a thermistor. It's a temperature sensor. It talks to the RV's in-command system, which is basically your thermostat in this one. It's all computerized, but what's neat about that is you can operate it off your phone. You don't necessarily have to walk over to the in-command control panel and put in your 4-digit beep boop boop code. You can just grab your phone when you're sitting in your theater seat or in bed at night and be good to go. Now, that vaulted ceiling, one of the nice parts about this, I'm going to flip the camera around on you here, is that it's very handy for a taller person like me. You know, wearing shoes, wearing a hat, I can clearly stand in the shower and never have any sort of headroom issues. Very comfortable for a bigger person. And you really know, that's like one of the things with Cougar. They're very American-sized RVs, and you'll see that persist up in the bedroom as well. Because up here, everything still looks and feels large. Like, we have good hanging closet storage. I love that windshield. It really opens things up, although it does have a privacy curtain. But we've got ourselves a 70 by 80 king bed, and there is storage below that, which is really nice. You've got like a built-in storage chest, totally separate from everything outdoors. Now, someone's naturally going to ask, I don't know that I've covered this well enough in a lot of my Cougar videos. People say, why is there this big carpeted box next to the bed? Yes, it's absolutely limiting walk-around space, but that's also where your water heater is located. There's just not a lot of other good places in this floor plan to hide it, and that's unfortunately where it has to go, is kind of shared the docking station and the water heater right there behind the pass-through. You've got your handy CPAP-friendly side stands, household USB outlets on both sides. And you see how there's that yellow sticker over there. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but that is an indicator that that is one of the inverter ready outlets in this RV. Now, another cool thing, these are 50 amp. It's got a 15,000 BTU air, which is great. But if you want, this is prepped and ready. Give us a call. We'll get you a quote. We can slap a second air on here and you can be breathing icicles, baby. But one of the reasons so many people tune in and watch us, I think, is that if there's something not awesome about an RV, we share that too. This floor plan has one Achilles heel for which there's no real solution. And that is bathroom access in transit. Like, when you get the table out of the way, I really wanted to showcase that this is truly the case. You're like, oh, I should be able to get it open. But what you don't realize is the slide fascia still blocks that bathroom door right there. Now, that is really the only thing you cannot access in this RV in transit. So as you see here, you know, you can get through the entire kitchen. If you slide out that door, take a slide to the right, hop in, I was gonna say door number 2, but we already talked about door number 2, heading to the bathroom. You get the idea. You can hop in here into the bedroom. I nearly fell down the stairs backwards. Would have hurt. Also, would have been frickin' hilarious, Batman. Before we get too far along out here, actually something I missed on my first pass through, I had to make a second trip out to catch this. Our management team was kind enough to make sure I was aware of it so that you could be made aware of it. So keep in mind, like, the transparency that we offer, that's a reflection of our leadership here. That's not just me on camera. I can't do anything they won't allow me to do. Thankfully, I'm employed by people who are very interested in trying to do business the right way. But what I'm getting at here is our management team said, hey Josh, did you catch the little hole in the fiberglass on this? And I was like, hole in the fiberglass? No, what are you talking about? And thankfully they brought me out here and showed me what they were referring to. It is small, it's easy to miss, but it's there and you deserve to know about it. Now I'm gonna zoom you in real slow here, so just kind of be advised if you're a little motion sensitive. But you see right up there, they bumped the fiberglass, I'm gonna guess maybe with a tree branch or something like that. Then you see a couple pock marks in that top decal right there where it looks like Woody Woodpecker might have tappity-tapped on it. But it's there. Now, a little patch like that. And just like, this is kind of one of those things, I use this example all the time. On like my car, I've got that, you may have seen me flash it around, and I don't mean to flex on you like this, but I drive a 2013 Kia Soul. It's a European muscle car, made in Korea, imported from Australia by way of Antarctica. Yeah, real exclusive piece, right? But anyway, it's got a dent on the hood. It's been there since I got it. It's still there today. And until I talk about it on a video like this, I don't even consider it. I forget it's even there. I don't even think about it. I think that's what that little mark on the wall is going to be like for you folks. You're not even going to know it's there. But I've spent 2 minutes making sure you're well aware of it so that you know if you drive from California, you know exactly what you're getting into when you visit us here at Haylett RV. And what's nice here, this is, obviously it has the 2020, brown interior that we just saw, which I always thought was kind of warm and welcoming. It's interesting. A lot of RV brands have gone to that lighter, sort of like farmhouse-inspired look. And I'm actually seeing a lot of customers suddenly going back to saying, I really miss those warm interior decors. Everything feels so sterile like a doctor's office nowadays. It's interesting how everything is cyclical like that. But this one right here, kind of like its 26 RBS cousin, the big power awning on this, which you can remote control off your phone, it does have LED lighting, totally covers the entire campsite of the RV effectively, clears both entry doors, as well as the little mini camp kitchen, which Cougar has really found a lot of use out of. They can hide this behind their fireplace and entertainment centers very effectively. And again, if it gives you an idea of how little this was used, there's some original factory sawdust particulate that has shaken loose as it was towed here. That's pretty darn new. Tires are shining, looking good. We got outdoor TV hookups right here. Now, the bedroom here, it doesn't have stable steps, but I don't see any reason why it couldn't be upgraded to a stable step system. And over here in this pass-through, this is large, in charge. It hides the in-command system. It gives us plenty of space for, like baggage totes, like for your sewer stuff or anything like that. And over there, you actually see the controls for the battery disconnect and the automatic leveling system, because this is about as small as you can make a travel trailer. It still has that easy, convenient one-touch auto leveling, which is one of the big things I think always really separated Cougar trailers, and really to a large degree still does. They're one of the very few that has a standard auto leveling system anywhere that they can get it, because they're one of the few that I think is a real kind of part-for-part match for their fifth wheels. And that's kind of what the Cougar trailers are. I've mentioned it a few times, I think. It's a compact, flat deck fifth wheel. You get the bigger propane tanks. You have the 0 to 110 degree tested, rated, proven package. Our little simple side mount solar prep plug over here, along with the docking station. Now, as long as we're peeking in the past here, one of the other cool things over here, on the auto leveling controls, you see 3 red switches. Those are actually 12-volt tank heater switches. So if you want to, make sure you can survive some really extreme weather, as long as you got the furnace running and those tank heaters running, she's a pretty capable model. Cougar's one of the very few trailers that tests and proves their hot-cold camp functionality. And you don't find a lot of that in the used RV market. Now, the folks added a slide awning up there just to help keep some debris off. Maybe you camp around the woods where there's a bunch of junk that falls onto the RV. She's got a rear accessory hitch back here in case you want to add some bike rack kind of action. And it's not just rear camera ready, it is also side camera ready. Those amber corner marker lights, there we go, up by those baggage doors. Those have side camera mounts on them, so that if you want to, you give us a call over here. We can slap on a Furrion full observation camera system for you, rear, side, and simultaneous view. And pretty much as I expected, there's nothing to be worried about up here, nothing whatsoever. And by the way, it's not just side camera, it's not just side solar ready. It's also roof solar prepped and prepped for an inverter. There's an outlet in the television area, the kitchen, and the bedroom, all of which are pre-wired, so should you choose to add an inverter to this RV, you can immediately have some pretty handy off-grid functions. So if you need financing, you need hitching, you need us to show you how this thing works. We do all that stuff. Give us a call, we'll get you camping, man. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy Haylett camping, everyone.